Hey everybody, I just got back from Uganda and had an amazing trip. We were there for 4 days with our local leader Moses. I went with Chris Chabet from Kingdom Global, who we'll be partnering with this July. Had an amazing time. I'd like to share just a little bit of a testimony of what God did in my life in this short little video. I'm sitting in this room, and we had just gone to Sinye, the fisher's village. It was been a long day, and Moses' wife Rosette said to Chris that we're going to go and stop into the kindergarten school. So the main campus of Kingstone School that Moses runs is on. It's about 25 minutes outside of Lugazi, and right like 5 minutes down the road is this little um, other school, and it's also part of Kingstone, and it's all the kindergarten class as well as a group of college students that are just preparing for real life. So they're learning cooking and just different things that they're wanting to do. And Rosette runs all of that. And so Rosette told Chris that we're going to go into this little this room and just talk to the students and stuff. And so by the end of it, Chris is giving like a message to these students and like sharing his testimony and talking about his life and stuff. And I'm sitting in that moment thinking like, I'm here with Chris, and I'm really just, I see Chris as a mentor and someone I look up to, and it's just been a joy being able to serve alongside of him. And this is my first trip to Africa, and it was with, someone that's poured into my life, and he's sharing his testimony. And I'm just thinking to myself, that's awesome. Like I just get to, I also get to soak in, his testimony and hear what God's done in his life and everything, and maybe one day I'll be able to share mine. I'd never shared my testimony. And Chris starts sharing, and we finish, and the students are just, thank you so much, Chris, for sharing your testimony with us. And they spoke very, very broken English. And after this happened, Rosette just in this moment looked at me and said, Dustin, do you have anything to encourage the students with? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm the same age as half these students, and what am I supposed to say? And I just had this moment that I was like, sure. And it was the weirdest thing, because it was like I stepped out of myself, and it was like God just wanted to share all this stuff, and I was so overwhelmed. I just started to talk, and I explained that I grew up, and I'm not a good student, and I had trouble speaking in front of people, and that I had dyslexia and just had a lot of learning troubles going through school, and just explained to these students that they can do it. They like I just wanted to really encourage them and say like, have people in your life that are mentors that can pour into you, but also these students that are younger in the school look up to these students, and just told them like, let people pour into you and then pour into the people. So have a Paul and have a Timothy, and I just started to share my life, and I lost it. I just completely broke down and was just in this moment of, I've been waiting to go to Africa since I was 14, 15 years old. And, running cross country for 7 years competitively, throughout middle school and high school, and then my freshman year of college, I always wanted to go selfishly to get better at running. And now the fact that God has switched all of that, and, the fact that God switched all of that and has made it for his kingdom and his good, and I lost it. I was just in this moment of, I've dreamed of this moment. I looked at the students with tears in my eyes and said, I've never shared my testimony before like this. I'd never shared my testimony like this, and it was in this small little classroom in Africa, and it was this moment. It was like God just invaded the room, and I finished, and some of the students were crying, and I was crying with them, and Rosette gave me a handkerchief, and I still have the handkerchief. It's going to be a memory that I'll have forever. It radically, just did something in my heart and in my spirit. And this girl said, we need to sing in very broken English. And so we said, okay. And she turned on a worship song, and we all just watched her worship Jesus. She was sobbing and just raising her hands and just praising God. And at the end, we just gave her a huge hug, and we're just like, it was incredible. It was like 30 minutes of God just coming and ministering to these students. So we came to give just a message of encouragement to these students, but in return, they blessed us so much, and it was just unbelievable. I mean, it was just in the middle of a random afternoon. We had gone and scouted this village, Sinye, and seen the people and met with the local church pastor and just got all of our business together. And then just on the way home, we decided to stop into the school for a couple, 20, 30 minutes. And God just did something in those 30 minutes that I'll remember forever. We are less than a month away from our trip to Uganda. Our team is so excited to see the Lord move. You can be a part of empowering our team to give shoes away to the people of Uganda by going to our website at feetthatmove.org/donate.